Okay, so I really think the Emerging Emeralds group is going really well. I'm excited about it. I think that it was good that like Lindsay's idea was to have you guys pick success partners, which is awesome because even just like Lindsay being full-time, she stays at home, she's made six figures with this business, and on, she like still needs accountability. So it's nice because she's like, okay, this is what I did today. Like, okay. And then I'm like, oh, I need to go live. I haven't went live for a while. And she's like, do it. You can do it, whatever. And it's just nice to have someone whose goals are very similar to yours, like side by side, because, and I can't say this enough about how discouraged you can get and how I feel like it's like one day, like we've said this before, but it's like one day you're on cloud nine, you feel good, you're motivated, you're like, yes, like I can do this. And then the next day it's like something, either it's your mindset or something has made you, whether someone said no or whether, whatever, you've gotten your own head, basically, you've gotten your own way. And you feel like totally opposite of what you felt yesterday. So, and it's so normal. I hate to say that because, for the most part, I can jump out of my funk. I can kind of just like think, okay, I'm feeling this way, but I'm tired. I can blame it on something usually, like I'm exhausted, I ran myself ragged or whatever. And tomorrow's going to be better. And then, or I'll listen to the National Wake Up Call, or I'll read my book, or whatever, or one of my coaches, one of you guys will like, do something great. And then I'm like, okay, this is, like you guys will post something that will kind of kick me in the butt. And it was kind of neat because Danielle actually messaged me a while ago, and I think maybe she shared this with you, Linda, but she got a paycheck and she was like, oh my gosh, did she share that with you? I think she might have. But she got a paycheck and she was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't even know why I got this. And I'm like, well, you had to have somebody like sign up or something, you had some order go through. But, so it's really motivating. And, she was like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, I know, think of what you can do. Like, think of what you could do. And I know it seems like, I think that's where we get in our own heads about recruiting. Like we feel bad, we feel weird and icky about recruiting. But the bottom line is, you won't build your business, and you will not advance, and you won't grow, and your income will not grow if you're not inviting to the business. And it's hard, I think, sometimes at first when you don't have a lot of customers and you're like, oh, I don't know who to invite because I'm not even getting people to say yes to my challenge group, let alone invite them to the business. It's kind of hard to do, and I totally get that because your main focus at first is getting people in your challenge group, because the challenge group is what is going to get people to see like, okay, this is, there's major results here, and they're becoming a product of the product, and they're posting in your group, and they're doing all these things that are making your group awesome. Therefore, it's super easy. Like Jess said today, she's like, it's easy for me to invite somebody to the group or to my team, and offer them the coach opportunity when they're doing awesome as a challenger. So that's a no-brainer. That's easy. But the people that you've got to invite that aren't so easy, that you've almost got to like get out of your comfort zone and just say it. Just say like, whatever, you thought that they would be a coach because of X, Y, and Z. And most of your invites, don't get me wrong, are not going to be business related. They're not going to be about the business. I think once a day is good, but once a day, like I would say shoot for three to 4 to 5 a week, depending on your goals. And if you're not signing coaches, then you need to be inviting more coaches to the opportunity or to our sneak peek. And before I forget, our sneak peek is going to be Monday. I'm going to set up the group tonight because my mom took the kids, because she watches them in the morning. She watches them tomorrow. And to make it easier on my life, they stopped by tonight and they got the kids. So I'm going to have some time after this call. So I'm going to set up, we're going to do a 3-day coach sneak peek, which is basically going to be, I'm going to Hootsuite the posts. I'm going to use our videos, and I'm going to ask Linda and Danielle if you guys could come up with, and anybody, I know I already have videos from Jess. I just like to, if you guys can come up with like a 3 to 5 minute video, really easy, simple, don't overcomplicate it. Just of you saying what coaching's done for you, why Beachbody has changed your life, and why you're here, and maybe like your why. And that's it. Like, it's super easy. Your story's going to connect with somebody, but it's nice if you're inviting people to the sneak peek. I want you guys to be, if you're having people go and you're having people interested, and watch. I want you guys to be a part. I want you guys to be shown like in the group because you're leading, you're leading really well. And I want you guys to be there and not just be my videos and Jessica's, because basically mainly the coaches that are building on our team are the ones that are going to be like adding people to the sneak peek. So it just makes sense for those of us who are doing that to be in the group. So we're going to do that Monday. So it's already Wednesday. I can't believe it. But so we need to be promoting for that. So come up with a post. And like I told Danielle, she's like, should I do a post like with my check, or is it with like crossed out, some of the spots like on there so no one can see? Is that kind of cheesy? And I'm like, no, it's really actually good. I wouldn't use your check, but I would do some kind of post because maybe you paid for your groceries with your check, or maybe you got gas and took your kids out to eat, or whatever it is. But like, it's something simple, but it's a way for you to like throw out that nugget, like, I am making an income by helping people get fit or healthy or change lives, or however you want to word it, and I was able to get this. Or there's a new pair of Nikes I've been eyeing and I was able to buy them with this. So just little stuff like that, because some people just want extra money to be able to do stuff with. And it's nice because I think about that. I'm like, okay, this week, my Beachbody income got me this. Like my summit's been paid for because of Beachbody, and it's basically investing back into my business, because that's why I'm going, is for my business. But it's nice to know that, okay, I'm not having to take that money for Summit out of my regular income that I make with, whatever my dental hygiene job, or Aaron's job. I can like pay for that with, my Beachbody money. And the like possibilities are endless. Like I look at Lindsay, I look at all these coaches, and even just my income as it's grown, it's like amazing what you can do. And if you can just believe, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but if you seriously can just believe that there's no reason why anyone can do it and you can't. It's a matter of they stuck with it. They didn't give up. They, jumped out of their comfort zone and got out of their own way and just like freaking showed up all the time, and when they could. And I know that like it gets a little stressful, because Jessica and I were talking about this today, because it's like you're working full time and you feel like you constantly have to like post in a group, or I need to post, or how many times, or okay, now I need to check in because now I'm doing this Emerald group, and okay, there's that video she posted, I need to watch it, but I'm supposed to do my personal development. And then all these things start to weigh on your mind, and you're like, oh my gosh, and I'm putting in a lot more work than I'm getting paid for. And that's super normal too. But like, and we've said that before, but it's like, you got to do a lot right now to get a little, and you're going to have to do little in like a couple years, and you're going to be able to get more out of it. It's just like starting a business from the ground up. You're not going to start it from the ground up and be rolling in the dough and be successful and doing all these things that you want to do, because it takes work. So the accountability is awesome. I think it's great that you guys paired each other up or whatever. And I think it's awesome. You guys are leading. You're talking about running your own groups, and I love it, because that is honestly what is going to just get you to figure everything out with running groups and taking charge to be like, hey, I'm running my own sneak peek. Like, I'm going to add coaches to my team because I love it, and whatever. And it's hard sometimes too, I think, if you're not making an income, it's hard to be like, and I can look at Lindsay, and I've said this before too, but it's like, she's quit her job, and there's other coaches that are doing this full time, and I can't say that yet. So I think it would open more eyes if I could say, hey, I quit my job, blah, 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 because that makes people kind of like, whoa, stop in their tracks. But I also think sometimes, and I had a girl say this to me before, and I was thinking too, if I wasn't working, I'd have all this time, and I'd be able to put so much more into my business. But sometimes I think we work better when, like, for one, the pressure's not on. Like, I know that my income is like not solely based on Beachbody. So like, then I'd be freaking out, like, oh my gosh, I got to work harder. And then it would almost become maybe stressful. It could come that way if you quit, I guess, your job too early. But what I'm saying is, wherever you are in your journey, you've done coaching, you've been a coach for whatever reason, and you've got to figure out how to share it and how to get excited. I think it shows in your posts. And I know, I feel that way. If I'm not feeling excited tonight or whatever, I'm not going to do like an excited post because I'm not feeling it. I'm going to wait till I feel like energetic and then I'm going to shoot out that post or whatever, maybe about coaching or about my new challenge group or whatever. So try to make that a priority to invite people to the business, and whether it's just because you think they're a positive person and you love their energy and you like their posts, and maybe they're posting positive quotes or whatever it is, and you would like them in your, on your team, or whether you know that they need an income and they need extra money. And I know that's kind of touchy sometimes to invite someone like, hey, you know, you can earn an income with this, but what do people want to start a business for? To earn income most of the time. Like, that's kind of why we do this. We love it. We love it, and it makes it fun. And that's why it doesn't make it feel like a job. But in the end, we want to do this to bring, you know, ourselves home from work and to be able to whatever, like financial freedom and all these things that your why and your goals and what you want to do. So I think if that's in your mind and your why is big enough and you evaluate why you're doing this, then you want to pass it on to other people. That's just my opinion. Because like, I want you guys, like, as much as I want to stay home, I want you guys to be able to stay home and do this too. Because like, I just can't even imagine my life and imagine our lives if we could like give this a go and just continue and fight for it, and then end up like being stay-at-home moms, like with a awesome income that we could never, that I know I could never make at my job that I'm working now. So I think the group's awesome. I'm excited about it. And then I'll share this coach sneak peek, because we're going to run this. It was the second Tuesday of every month. But I want to try, instead of a live group, I want to try a 3-day, just because, I don't know, I just want to try a 3-day this time. So they'll do 5-day sneak peeks sometimes, and they'll do 3-day sneak peeks sometimes. And then we'll just do the live event like we did last month or whatever, when we did it with Jill and Amanda and Jamie. That was good too. But this will just be kind of nice, because it's not so like, if people can't make it to the live event, it's like they can watch throughout the week, and I kind of like that. And then you can always add people to it. Like, if it's over, you can like still add someone to it and have them just scroll through the posts and check it out. And maybe you have somebody who can't fit Shakeology into their budget. Well, that's a perfect time to invite them. I'm trying to think of other kind of ways to say it, but I just think it's like, you know, there's a reason why you want them to be with you, and you want them to check out the opportunity. And really, that's all you're doing, is you're inviting them to check it out and telling them that you think they'd be good. And even if they're most likely going to say no, to be honest, that's pretty much, but sometimes they'll be like, yeah, but I'll keep that in mind. Or yeah, I would like to just check out the sneak peek so I see what you guys do. And that's all you really want to do, is just to get them involved somehow and see what you're doing. Okay, so that's that. I can't think of what else I was going to say. Oh, I was going to also talk really quickly, and Lindsay's going to kind of bring this up, I think, in her live video that she's going to do maybe on Friday in that Emerald group. But signing up your spouse. So if you want to go Emerald, my suggestion is you find one coach that you find yourself, like a friend, a family member, or just somebody who, whatever, is in your challenge group and wants to take the opportunity on, even if they're just discount. And then my suggestion is you sign up your husband. That's what I did, on your strong leg, and you get yourself to Emerald. That's super easy, 2 coaches, and you're at Emerald. Then you're going to have to keep your husband active. So you're going to have to order something for him each month, which could be something like Energize. Doesn't have to be Shakeology. If he wants to drink it, fine. But if not, or if you can use an extra bag, fine. But Energize would work, or a 3-day refresh, or anything from the performance line, or a boost, or whatever. There's so many things you can do to keep active. But so she'll talk about that a little more. But if that gets you guys, that's what gets you to your first step, and that's what I wanted to do. So I signed Aaron up, and then I still keep him active just simply because he uses the products and I do too. So we end up having plenty of stuff to order each month to keep us both active. So that's an option too. The other thing, make sure personal development. I know you both are doing personal development, so make sure you're doing that. And I think it's good to focus on a book that's going to be relatable to what you're doing right now, or what you need. Like if you need a business book because you're feeling, I know sometimes the business books are a little hard to get into, But I think if you're feeling like you're business minded right now and you want to like increase and do these things and, you know, whatever, improve or figure out kind of how to, whatever, get your niche or brand or get people on board. And there's those network marketing books like GoPro that she recommended. That's a good thing for you to read. But if you're feeling like maybe you're juggling this and that and you're struggling with some other things, then there's, of course, other personal development that I think would be really good for you. But maybe a good mix too, like maybe trying to focus on both, not to overwhelm you and make it more time consuming. But I think it's good to like, even if you can just read 2 pages, it's like something will stand out to you, hopefully, and you can take something away from it. What else was I going to talk about? I think that was pretty much it as far as Emerging Emerald Group. And then, of course, tracking. Like, you got to be figuring out where you are with tracking and which tracking device you're going to use, which I think that business activity tracker is the best. If you can do it just because it's detailed and it's simple at the same time. But if you want to use something simpler, that's fine too. Did you guys have any questions that you wanted to ask really quick? I can't think of really anything else major that I was going to say. But if you are able to get me a video, Linda, I don't know if you can do it. Like, even if you doesn't even have to, honestly, I don't really need it until Monday. So, cause I won't need to, I mean, I'll Hootsuite it. So if you could get it to me before Monday, that would be good. But I don't really need it for a few days. If you could get it to me in a few days, if you can, and if you don't mind. It seemed like you might have one that was kind of interested. So maybe she would want to be a fly on the wall and watch the group too. And that would be cool if you were in it. And running your own challenge group, I think, like you guys were talking, I think it's a good idea. I think it's awesome. I would do like, I personally think it's nice if you do like a full on like 30-day group, just because, I don't know, I like the 7-day groups, but I think if you have someone jump for Shift Shop or you have someone jump, they're going to be involved more than 7 days, I guess, unless you just run a clean eating or some kind of free group. And I guess they could do, because I don't know, I guess they won't get Shift Shop if they just do the free trial, though. I don't think so. So that's the thing, is you wouldn't be able to do a free group just if you wanted to focus on Shift Shop, because I don't think they would get it with their free trial. So anyways, that's something to think about, but we can talk about that later. But I think it's a really good idea. And you guys are already doing the things that you need to do in order to like just lead your team or lead your customers and really take the bull by the horns. Anything else? I just don't really have much. I just kind of wanted to check in and I don't know. I feel like things are going really well and I'm excited about like our team. I think we're like, you guys are, we're just all growing together and I think it's awesome. I am going to do the team training on the 27th at my house. That's a Friday night. So hopefully you guys can come to that. I'm hoping to get as many from our team, and I'm going to do more of like a structured training. Don't know what I'm going to speak on yet, but I'll figure that out at a later time. Jess, did you have anything? Are you muted? Sorry, I can unmute you.
I had you on mute. Did you say something? And I'm so sorry.
No, I just said, did you have anything? Just like, did you need anything or say anything?
Oh, sorry. No, I like unplugged my headphones and I couldn't hear you.
No, I didn't know if you guys had anything, but it's no big deal. I won't keep you any longer. I just kind of want to do a quick connect call, and I can't think of anything else like invites, or if you guys are wanting to talk about something specific really quick. I don't know.
No,
I feel like I said what I.
They're fighting in the tub. Sorry. No, I think I'm good. That was good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to maybe get one more post in tonight before I go to bed. I don't know if I'll do coach related or not, but I'm also gonna try to get that group up and running. And I have much to do at my house before morning. So I'm like, oh. But yeah, I think you guys, your posts seem good. Everything seems really good. just, I don't know. I just think we got to keep the invites going and keep just throwing out those digs with different things and trying to find different ways to present, like to add value and to show what you're doing without just, I struggle some mornings because I'm like every morning, or typically every morning I do my workout. And sometimes you're just like, oh, it's more, you know how it is. It's morning and you're rushed and you're out the door and you're like, I need to do a post, but I don't want to just do another selfie with like, hey, I did my workout. Blah. And my dog, look at my dog. Can you see her? Trying to get in the door. That's funny. I just now noticed her. I'm like, how long has she been out there? Oh, I'll get her in a second. I don't know. It's like, so like this morning I was like, okay, I lifted some weights this morning. So I was like, okay, I'll try to do my post based on weights, like a little bit, and throw that out there. And then it's like, but then I don't know. Some mornings I just want to like have my coffee in my hand and be like, I don't know. So just do whatever. Just like be funny. Just be like whatever, and don't overthink it, because I think sometimes the best are just when I throw something up and I don't overthink it, because the ones I do like put a lot of time into or think, oh my gosh, excuse me, then those are the ones I feel like, oh, I didn't do, you know. If your expectation isn't as high, then you'll be surprised. I think that's what it is, really. Lower your expectations and just do it. So, okay, you guys, I'll post this recording so those that didn't get to see it can see it. And I'll get that group up and going for the sneak peek, so we can hopefully add, like, my goal is to add at least like 2 to 3 people to the group. And I think that's a really good, if you can get 2 to 3 people to come to your sneak peek and watch it, that's a pretty good, if you hit that goal, that's pretty good. So, okay, Jess must have got kicked off. All right, Linda, well, let me know if you need anything, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, have a good rest of your week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.